Greetings and many salutations, guys. This would be PaulLuvr for the very first segment of the PaulLuvr Q&A. I had to wait until things got comfortable and overall, as you know, I'm just a lazy bum. That's really all there is to it. I'm one big lazy bum. Whatever, I'm an American, right? Yeah! Okay, well, I want you to notice, straight hair. Beautiful, beautiful straight hair. I look like a pretty person now. Some of you are going to tell me, oh, you're already pretty. Shut up. I'll buy that. Anyway, this is the first segment of PaulLuvr Q&A. Let's get this underway. I wrote all the questions down, and this is going to be unscripted, so bear with me. Okay. Girl 2030 wants to know, what got you interested in World War II and Dr. M? Well, imagine a 16-year-old girl who is depressed and wanting blood and carnage and just, you know, other things that reflect how you feel. And the best way to do that was blood and carnage. I tried going goth first. Goths are posers. Even the extreme goths. I like the style. A lot. But they're posers as people. They're the goth side. Anyway, not boring. But that's what started. And in class, we were reading a Holocaust survivor biography, and that would be Night by Elie Wiesel. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a memoir. Sorry. But we were reading it, and Dr. Mengele's name came up. After years of researching him now, and that isn't full years to exactly get this, when Elie actually talks about Dr. Mengele, that's not Dr. Mengele. No, Dr. M didn't have a monocle. No. Just no. And I'm sorry for the glare on my glasses. I tried my best to get rid of it, but I'm looking at my computer and there's glare. So, sorry. Anyway, next question. I'll just cover this up. Alright. TheDarkDoktor wants to know, when did you become interested in Mengele, and how did your family react? I already said it, I was 16. Well, my family still to this day does not take kindly to it. I decided years ago, after my mother's reaction to me reading up on the Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. My mother swore that if she ever saw that book again, she would burn it. Quite simply, that was all it took. Just her... My father tried to convince my mother that it was just for educational purposes and I was just having an interest. No. My mother apparently grew up knowing a Holocaust survivor, so that book was to not be shown around. My movies and stuff, I have them on display, but not to where my mom can see them when she comes in. She has to actually be in my room in order to see them, which she doesn't do very often. And my mother's bipolar too, so one day she could be like, oh yeah, I get why you like it, I support that, yeah. The next day she could be like, death and flames. My mother's nuts. My whole family's like that, unfortunately. They're a mixture, right? Except for my dad. My dad is the most level-headed, easy to understand person in his house. Very logical. I'm very close to my dad in that sort of thing. Boys, no, they side with mommy. Of course. Anyway, hope that answers your question, Doctor. Next question is a collection. It's like 2 questions. And that would be from GallifreyanGeek. I hope I said your name right. Gallifreyan. Whatever. Anyway, how did my parents feel about my interest /art with Mengele? How do you go about convincing them that it's just an interest and that I don't support it? Well, along with my books of World War II and uniforms and such, I hide those. The same thing with my art. I hide it. Every once in a while, if it's something I've drawn that's like Metroid related, I'll flash it at my mom and be like, hey mom, look what I drew. That's enough for her. She's like, oh, that's good, dear. I stated earlier, there is no kid babysitting. You just don't show it. You just don't. It'll save you some trouble later. And the final question comes from hieiskittygirl, and it is not Mengele related because she already knows my story. And that question is, why do I like Osamu Tezuka so much? Do I really need a reason? I mean, if you look up the history of him and what makes him awesome, it doesn't take much. Yeah. Go research him and then you'll know. But if you don't know who he is, he created Astro Boy. He did Metropolis, which is the first thing I saw ever of Osamu Tezuka anything. Good movie. It's done off of the German film Metropolis. And my favorite, he created Blackjack. So, yay! Okay, well, this has been PaulLuvr, signing off for the first segment of PaulLuvr Q&A. Till next time.